back to my channel. Coach Maureen here. How y'all doing? How you doing? Happy Monday. Some people don't like to say Happy Monday, right? Because they like Monday ain't that happy. But the way I look at it is this. There's another option, right? If you don't see Monday, then something ain't right. So happy Monday. What's up, Ryan? How are you, love? Welcome to the live. I literally just started the live. I was a few minutes late, but that's okay. Oh, yeah, he's dope. BFF. He is dope. I'm glad that he's doing his version of lives and he's getting into his bag. I appreciate that and I love that for him. JC Calamity Jane, hello, welcome. Thank you for being here. What's up, Lala? My girl, La. So, during the week, JC, thank you for being here. This is your first time coming to one of my lives. Every day, I do some version of a live. So during the week, I normally do not really impromptu because you know that they're coming because I do these every day around lunchtime. But for the week lives, I normally don't really have a topic. I kind of just talk about whatever I feel like speaking about for the day. And today, when I was thinking about a random, not even random, but just something that I can drop on here. Yes, thank you. What I was thinking about is just offering up some motivation. We're in a new week, and we got to be thankful for every single day, even Monday. I think why they say Monday blues is because we only get 2 days for the weekend. We're really one full day if you think about it. It's really just Saturday. The weekend is just Saturday. Because Friday, you got to go to work. And Sunday, you're thinking about going back to work. So Saturday is really just the only day. So I think when Monday happens, people are just like, oh, God, back to the grind. But thank God you got a grind to go back to. Amen. Hey, Crystal. Welcome to the live. Hey, Lily. Sorry, guys. I'm telling you guys, these scammers, I don't know if you guys get that. If some of you are live, go live if you get that as well. I don't know. But I have mine on Do Not Disturb, but still certain messages come through, even though I have my phone on Do Not Disturb. Hello, Dr. Ninja Turtle. Welcome. Thank you for being here. That's true, Ryan. You have a grind to go back to. Because I don't know about you guys, but there was a time in my life when I got laid off. I got laid off of my favorite job. I could have did that job even after retirement because I loved it that much. And I got laid off from that job. And when I got laid off, it was right after my daughter passed away. So I got hit with all kinds of bombs at the same time in my life. And I had just turned 30 too. I turned 30 that year. So in that span of that 1 year, I lost my daughter. I lost my job. And I lost my housing. I had to live with my mama. I was living with my mama. I guess you could say I lost my marriage, but that's a different story. That's a totally different story. But everything, boom, 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 back to back to back, right? And when you go through stuff like that and you have a really tough period in your life, right? The grief, of course, of losing your mom, Lord, gee, well, for those that have lost their mom, losing my baby girl, fearful that I was also going to lose my mom because she was not doing well at all. And then losing my favorite job. And that job, after my daughter passed, I was working with kids, and I was able to have some kind of joy in my heart and be able to like mentor these kids, and they really helped me. They dragged me up out of that dark space, y'all. I'm telling you right now, they dragged me up. They made me, I had somewhere to be. I was a counselor in the school, and I had started, because I've always been like a creative. So at the time, I had started a drama club, and I started writing the plays out of necessity because we ain't had no money to buy copywritten plays. So I started making up my own plays. So doing that turned into a big deal. We ended up applying and receiving a grant where they redid the auditorium of the school to include theater lights, theater equipment, all of that. And the kids had an opportunity to perform on a Broadway stage, which they did. So that whole year after my daughter passed, that entire school year that started right after she passed away, that was my way of pulling out of that dark place. Then right after that school year, I got laid off. Bad business, boy. I mean, I tell you, when God say it's your time to be down, it's your time to be down. I see a lot of people hopped in. Let me say hi to everybody. I said hi to Lala. Hey, Kiki. How are you? Ryan said, oh, wow, you have a testimony for real, coach. Oh, yes. And that's why I am the way that I am now. And I'm a firm believer in wait your turn. Your time is coming. But while you're waiting your turn, you better be putting in the work. Because when your time comes, are you going to be ready? Period. And question mark. And exclamation point. Are you going to be ready? Yo, what's up, Star? My girl. How you doing, girl? Everybody saying hi to each other. That's what's up. I appreciate that. Show the love to each other. That's what's up. But yes, so me sharing that what I've gone through, was some of the things that I've gone through. I could write a book, y'all. Okay, I could write a book, but I just think about that period of time when things were snatched from me, and how I was able to rebuild and start over, and be in a better place today, right? Yes, look what JC said. What's up, Talal? Hello, welcome to the live, Talal. I've never seen you here before. I appreciate you for showing up. Oh, yes, I do. So JC says, and be ready. In a way, you don't have to compromise your beliefs and integrity. 100%. But that goes in line, JC. That goes in line with knowing who you are and knowing what your morals are. Sometimes people get caught up in stuff because they haven't identified or defined their limits. They haven't defined that. So they're able to be taken on a ride. Because if you don't stand for something, amen, you fall for anything. So you've got to know who you are. Okay? And how do you find out who you are? Really tapping in, sometimes unplugging from social media so that you can identify who you are, and not in relation to what other people think, how other people think about you. You have to be able to develop that. And that's the key to life. Because if you don't do that, child, you end up being what everybody else wants you to be, and you don't know who you are. If you become if you're a content creator, for instance, and you get really, this is why I always say what I say. And a lot of people don't necessarily agree, or they think I'm capping. I don't care. But when it comes to numbers, yes, you should know who your demographic is. You should know basic information about your numbers on YouTube. Yes, you should. However, that should not define you. Because to be real with you, the thing that maybe is the least, like, so let's say you throw up some content. This is why I say what I say. Say you throw up some content that is not really exactly what you're trying, what you want your messaging to be on YouTube, right? But you put it up because you're like, you know what? Let me try something. Let me see what the people think about this. And that is the content that ends up blowing up. What you gonna do? Huh? Somebody? Huh? Because y'all care so much about numbers and what blows up. All money ain't good money. How about it? All attention ain't good attention. And I will stand firm on that. I want to win based on integrity. And I'm okay with that. I'm not willing to sell myself. I'm not willing to step outside of what my morals are just for a buck. If you're for sale, fine. There are certain things about me that are not for sale. Period. So I say to you, those that are so caught up on numbers. Now, this might not apply. This might not apply to you. You might be like, I don't care what I got to do. I'll show my entire ass on this platform to get where I need to get. Or I'll show my entire behind, or I'll compromise myself in any way. And that might be your thing. And I cannot judge you because I am not the person to be judging anybody. But I'm just speaking for me and why I say what I say. Danielle, hey boo. She said, I want to thank you, coach, for what you said the other day. What did I say? Well, maybe I should finish reading. I do this all the time. Let me finish reading what Danielle said. I did have guilt. Hearing you say I do not need to apologize for the blessings, especially the ones that came from hard work, was freeing. For real, Danielle, like when you put in hard work and people don't see what your struggle is, especially like if they find you today, they click on your video, people have a preconceived notion about who you are, what you've been through, everything. Like even though you are like on my channel, for instance, I have posted a long video about what happened to my daughter. But if you meet me for the first time and you catch me on a live, you're like, oh my God, this lady is laughing and joking all the time. She's a good time. Or whatever you think. Yes, I am a good time. But what you're seeing here is a miracle. Okay? I have been through it. And the way that you're able to push forward is really honing in and really figuring out how you're going to show up in the world. You know what I'm saying? How are you going to show up? And asking yourself that, not anybody else, not based on likes, not based on views. How are you willing to show up? Everybody might not agree with that, but that's just my philosophy and how I feel. And I want my, what do they call it? Your footprint, my digital footprint to read a certain way. Yes, she has fun. Yes, sometimes she says off the cuff things, but at the base of it all, she's consistent and her integrity is intact. Amen. Thank you, somebody. Thank you, Danielle, for saying that and for acknowledging that publicly. When I said that, Danielle, because when you were speaking, and I am guilty of that too. Not as much anymore because I've really started to work on how I say things. But sometimes we start apologizing for the way we are when we put in the work. You've put in the work to get to where you are. So there's no need to apologize for it, you know? There's no need. It is what it is, and people are going to think about you what they're going to think, regardless if you apologize, you don't apologize, whatever. So stand in that stuff. Stand right up in it and be like, yeah. Yeah, this is what I do, you know? Yeah. T, welcome, T. Welcome, Yolanda. Hey. Star says, I love my footprint shows growth. Yes. And that's really important to me anyway. When I think about legacy and I think about like, what am I going to be doing 10 years from now when I'm no longer here? What what message did I leave behind? The one message that I always think about is people are always going to say, that girl, that damn coach, she will hold you accountable, and she held herself accountable as well. That's the end goal here. I want to hold you accountable. Did you work out today? And if you didn't work out, do you have a plan to work out today? When are you going to stop saying, I'll do it next week? You know, when we say stuff like that, that is very, very, very braggadocious of us. Or very, what's a good word? You know, like when you not take something for granted, but like you have this like a sense of entitlement about the fact that you're going to be here next week. Pause. And like kind of like this brass thought process, like, I am God, I know next week I will have time. Like, who are you? Why do we put off for next week what we can do today? Huh? Somebody answer me. Don't be running away now. Hold on. Yeah. I'm glowing. Oh, Queen! Thank you. It's, you know what it is? I'm sitting near my window here. So it's like natural light blowing onto me. And on top of that, I feel like in a very great spirit of gratitude. And I think that is where a glow comes from, is when you're just sitting in your gratitude. I was thinking about the things that I've been through, and I always thank God that I am still sane. Like, I miss my daughter, guys. Like, I can't even describe to you. And the older I get, the missing changes. It's like this longing. Have you ever like missed a long lost love, or someone that meant a lot to you, and you just, not even in death, you just lost them in your life, like you don't have conversations with them anymore, and you just had this longing, like you just miss them, like to your soul. That's what I live with every day, and it could be anything. I could think about anything or anything, and a memory pops into my mind. So I just miss my baby girl, y'all, and just the fact that I've been able to get to this place and still have gratitude in my heart. I just thank God. And I have those moments where I just sit and I just be like, yo, thank you, Lord, for this strength. I don't know where it comes from. I don't know where my consistent effort, that persistence comes from, but I thank God for it. Ciao. Trigger said, when you lie to yourself, how do you expect others not to? Oh, amen. That's the truth. Yes. Presumptuous. I knew my girl Danielle. That is very presumptuous of us, isn't it? When we say, oh, I'll do it next week. That's assuming a lot, ain't it? That's assuming that you're going to be in the same state you are this week, next week. That's assuming a lot of things. We take too much for granted, including time. When you are constantly procrastinating, you are taking time for granted. And I'm going to tell you right now, none of us are exempt. None of us are exempt. My baby was here 6 years, and that was it. That was it. I know there's somebody, God forbid, I mean, you know, not to trigger anyone, but there's probably someone in the chat that lost a child maybe before they were even brought forth to the world. Maybe the child was stillborn. I think I spoke about that in the story. I haven't watched it again, so... But in the story about my daughter, I think I talked about that, how when she was born, the lady who was in the room next door, her baby was born stillborn. So even in the fact that my baby was here for 6 years, at least I had her for 6 years, right? So even in tragedy, there's still hope. Dylan, are you trying to be funny? You say I look like the daughter from Family Guy? That's funny. T said, the Rock daughter said, if you want people to say something about you in death, treat them good during your life. Yes, for sure. For sure. Everybody's saying, hi, my grandma. When I lost my grandma, I didn't even. What's up, Smooth? I didn't know what to do. Danielle said, my attention is divided. Sorry, not being rude. You did say that. Yes, glasses. Hey, Smooth. Hey, Smooth. Yeah, I know that there's like a lot of lives going on, but I'm going to tell y'all one thing about being a content creator and being on this platform or anything or any business endeavor or anything that you're trying to do. Um, if you believe in your product, the one thing you have to do is be able to show up and be consistent. Like, don't dull your shine to build somebody else up. Both of you can shine the same. Amen. Somebody. What up, Tina? Did I say hi to Tina? Tina in the building. But that's one thing that's really important, guys, is that belief that you matter too. And that's no slight to anyone else. And people are entitled to, pick and decide and go to whatever and do whatever they want to do. But that doesn't mean that you can't find your audience, right? And everybody's audience might not be the same. Everybody's goal on YouTube might not be the same. But that doesn't mean that you don't have a voice. That doesn't mean that you're not important. None of it. And that's kind of the way I rock in life. Like even on my job, like I thank God that I'm past that era of needing validation from other people. Uh, you did? Send it to me. You did? I don't see it. You responded to one. Anyway, I'm not on. I'm sorry, guys. Pay attention here. Did you hear me fighting on your behalf last night? You was fighting? What happened? When, Tina? What happened, Tina? You gotta tell me. Did you hear me fighting on your behalf? Like what happened? Somebody said something? People don't listen. I don't have very popular like opinions, especially like about YouTube and what it takes to grow on this platform. I don't I don't agree with a lot of stuff. Even though it does work for some people, but that's just me. My thought process might be a little different than somebody else's, and that's fine. I don't care, child. Somebody said that pain is weakness leaving. Somebody said that pain is leaving the body. Pain is weakness leaving the body was wrong. Somebody said that pain is weakness leaving the body was wrong. Pain is weakness leaving the body was wrong. Who said that? No. But let me see. What do I think about that? When people be like, pain is weakness leaving the body. I can't say if it's right or wrong. Because some of the pain that leaves the body is weakness, but not all of it. I don't know. But to be honest, guys, like when people have a difference of opinion or they say something like that, like they make yeah, it's right. It was a context issue. In the end, it was the context as it was explained. I think that was the thing. Was this an Elevators live? Was this an Elevators live? Maybe. I don't remember seeing this. Okay. Someone said that pain is weakness, leaving the body was wrong. Well, what did you say, Tina? I need to hear more context with that, and then I can fully flesh out my response. Because what I initially think is, I guess they're referring to like people saying that about working out. But I was talking about how you push us past our mental limitation. Right, right. But that's the thing. Right, that's the thing. So I think because I work out and that's like one of the things I lead with, I think people assume similar they assume the same messaging that's out there about fitness. That's what I believe. I think that's what happens a lot. So people hear like beast mode and pain is weakness leaving the body, and they automatically think because I'm a fitness coach that that's what I talk about. That's the messaging that I push out, and that's not really my messaging at all, is it? Because I like to be honest with you, I want people to stop correlating working out with losing weight because it's way more than that. It's way more than that. It's a mental, to be honest with you, what you're really working is your brain. You're reworking your relationship with food. You're reworking your relationship with doing things you don't want to do. So my message is not just, yeah, you got to work out because pain is pain. And I don't talk like that. No, that's not, because that's not reality. And I know for me, if I was the old me, I like a lot of the times, guys, like to be real with you, I'm just talking to the old me. That girl that knew she needed to do something different but wasn't quite there yet. That's who I be talking to. And you can't tell them pain is weakness leaving the body. They gonna run away. They're like, pain is what? I didn't want to hear that. I wanted to hear from people that had figured out how to be consistent. I wanted to hear from people that develops like a healthy relationship with working out and a healthy relationship with eating right. Not so much of that extremist philosophy. I don't do those because that's not realistic, you know. And that's the thing is the mental, because that's what holds you back. It's like you're in this mental prison telling you can't do it, you can't do it, and you like I want to be free, clanging your cup on the wind on the bars, talking about I want to be free, I want to be free, and you're getting held back by your own thoughts, telling you can't get out, telling you're not going to be able to do the thing, your fears, all of that. That's the prison you're behind, and that's all in your mind. Bars. Danielle said it was the balance between holding on to excuses versus self-injurious behavior. At least that is what I was hearing. Holding on to excuses versus self-injurious behavior. So they were looking at working out as self-injurious behavior. Some people say that. They say, you like all them exercising, y'all trying to kill me. And I'm like, no, actually, we're trying to help you live longer, baby. Not kill you. You needed to come on in that conversation. Yeah, we needed you to come in on. I didn't hear this This must have been before I logged on to Elevators Live, because I was doing some back. Sunday is the day I usually clean up my creator studio stuff. I normally like start jotting down whatever ideas, getting my life together as far as content creation, because come Monday I'm back to my business stuff. So I was in and out of his live until I came on to the panel. Danielle said, okay, or consider that bad choices that cause you pain, but you run towards it. There is a difference between pain that produces growth and maturation and pain that tears down and destroys. Right, right. And consider, are we all were disciplined on the panel with Candy K in the chat. It was verbal boxing. When was that? Candy K came on the panel? I gotta go back and watch. I must have missed a lot. Or was this after I came off the? Oh no, she was in the chat. Okay. But you know what? To be honest with you, guys, and I'm not sure if I'm really grasping everything that you're like that. If I'm not like 100% grasping what exactly the argument is. I guess they're arguing that pain is not leaving the body. Pain, wait, what was the thing? Let me go back. I'm sorry, guys. Because it's stuff that I don't really believe in. I'll be like, I don't know what you're talking about, Chad. Hold on. Hold on. Pain is weakness. Okay. That definitely comes from the fitness space. And I understand that some people get turned off by that. And they think because I'm a fitness coach, and I am harsh in a way, but if you really peel back the layers and you get over the fear of coming to one of my classes that occur live on Zoom, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, every week. If you get past the fear of coming to class and like, oh my gosh, this lady is going to push me beyond belief, and you start thinking about what that will do for you mentally, if you say, I'm going to set aside this time for me, what that will do to your confidence, your self-confidence, that belief in yourself that you can do things. You are able to change history. You are able to change your body, change your composition, how you're made up, going from having a high fat index to having a high muscle index. These are huge changes. And if you're able to do that and make those changes in your life, imagine how that would feel. Amazing. So is pain weakness leaving the body? I don't think so. Definitely don't agree with that. But pain. Listen, first of all, guys, I live with so much pain. I don't want to talk about that. I don't want to talk about it right now. I done missed it. Over there hiding my YouTube from. I done missed it too. I was over there hiding my YouTube from hubby. Ooh, I'm telling. You missed it and came in on the end after it was over. Dang, I gotta go back and watch. That was a great question, Lady Yo. I was glad to have the dialogue. It is definitely a confidence booster. Hi, Harjanin. How are you? JC said pain is a notification system. What is notifying you of can be what it is notifying you of can be different. Definitely. Pain, that's a good way to describe it. Pain is a notification system. It sure is. So when you're working out and you start to feel fatigued, or when you're doing those squats, right? And you're like, oh, this hurts. That pain it's a pain that's notifying your body that, yes, this is what we need to get stronger. But is that weakness leaving your body? I don't know. I would have to hear the whole argument, so I'm going to go back and listen to what everybody was saying. And then sometimes, guys, like, I think that when people are having like a dialogue and someone's in the chat and other people are like talking, a lot can get lost. It's very difficult to like summarize your thoughts into what fits into a chat sometimes, right? Hey, Mama 3, my girl, how you doing? Yo, Mama 3 be popping up in my workouts. So guys, I did an experiment. Hey, Anthony, how are you? I did an experiment last week, and I played the entire playlist. Hi, Gregory. Welcome. And I played the entire playlist on my for my workout classes on live. I'm not gonna be able to do it. I ain't gonna be able to do it. YouTube flagged each and every piece of that video. They do not want to hear copywritten music on the platform, and I will not disobey them. And speaking of, you know what we need to stop saying? We need to stop saying YouTube be on their BS, and we need to stop saying like, oh, YouTube takes 30% when from your super chats and stuff like that. You know why? Because what other platform, please, if you can describe this to me, then fine. What other platform can you go on and get the what? Now, I know some of y'all are going to say TikTok. So, barring TikTok, okay, where you're going to get paid the way that you will on YouTube and have access to as many viewers as YouTube has, and the track record, because YouTube has been around for a while. So I think that it's well within their right to take 30% because you're on their platform. Getting their super chats, getting money from their users. How about that? Did you think about that? Right, Gregory. Gregory said not many besides Twitch. And even with Twitch, I'm pretty sure Twitch takes a percentage because you're on their platform. But you have to have traction already. Gregory. But I just think that thinking is a little... It's like you go in somebody else's house and selling something and then acting stink when the owner is like, hey, let me get a little cut. You in my house making money, but you don't want to give me a cut. Huh? Make it make sense. I'm not gonna... YouTube, thank you for providing this platform. Thank you for bringing together the people that are here in my chat today. Thank you for providing me with all of the entertainment, because I tell you, I be watching YouTube more than I watch TV these days. I thank you for that. This is a great platform. It's a platform where you're able to grow. This is the only platform where I've actually become monetized. I was on another platform, I ain't gonna say no names, IG, for a long, long time, and I ain't get monetized yet on YouTube. And I was very consistent for a period of time on Instagram. Very consistent. And I did not receive, but I knew long form content was more my jam. Like being able to connect with people would be more my jam than Instagram. Instagram is like you have to be a real good summarizer. You have to be able to be a real good like screenshot kind of vibe where people are able to get a whole lot from you in a screenshot. You know, I'm not that. You need to be around me for a while. I'm like a fine wine. You need to sip and stir and sniff. Anywho, I'm silly. Zira! Hello, welcome. She says, hello from Istanbul. I was about to go to bed. Tomorrow I'll start a challenge of 100 days of clean eating and exercise. Oh, that is so dope. It is. It is. It definitely is. And I know you're going to do well. You're going to every day and every time you think about eating something bad. If you're still here, Zira, if you think about eating anything bad, you remember this face. Screenshot this. Hold on. Danielle said YouTube is a business. Well, Trigger said preach. Danielle said YouTube is a business. People remember it is the reach and the exposure. If you are selling a tangible product and a market, you pay You paying for the table. You have a chair in the salon. You paying the owner. I agree. But I hear that conversation happening a lot. Like, what? They taking 30%? Why? Why? And I'm like, what do you mean? Okay, so create your own YouTube then and become the person that has the super chats. I don't know what to tell you. But anywhere you go, if you don't own the house, you gonna pay the owner. And YouTube, they've built a great brand. They built a great platform. And while of course it's not going to make content creators 100% happy all of the time, the fact that you can create an account, start engaging on their platform with their users and amass enough following to get paid on the platform, and hopefully be able to parlay that into other things, other sponsorships from the YouTube platform. How can you turn around out this side of your neck and be like, how they taking 30%? Danielle says, I'm paying a distribution fee for books on Amazon. We do it all the time and do not complain. Amen. Gregory says, I was using YouTube when I was a kid when it first came out in 2007. I knew it would be big. I'm 23 now, and look at the influence in the world of media today. Exactly. And the fact that people, regular, everyday people, have a platform that is respected, that people go to look for new talent. And you can build your own brand from this platform. What's up, Smooth? What I guan? Pause on the sniff, coach. But you can sniff me. I smell good. What I smell like today? Let me see. It smells like detergent. You want to smell? Yeah, shout out to Istanbul. I would love to go there. I've never even thought about going there, but now, definitely. Yes, Danielle snapped with that one. She short. Listen, Danielle, stay snapping. Gregory. Tina said the ability to build a business from scratch on a platform that with built-in exposure has the right to recoup for the marketing. That's what I'm, whenever that conversation comes up, that's what I say. I'm like, how you gonna be in somebody else's house complaining about how they do they be in there? Leave their house then. Like, even the copyright thing, it's annoying, but at the same time, think about it. Like, you are getting paid from certain content, right? You're getting, if once you become monetized, you're getting paid from the content. So if you're putting out content that has music or anything, any clips from movies or whatever that's already copywritten and already has whatever agreement or whatever with YouTube, we don't know. We don't know what that side of things is. All you know is you put a video out and they sent it back and said this is copywritten stuff or copyrighted stuff. You have to either remove it or you're going to share revenue or we're going to shut it down. That's their right. So just figure out a way around it. Like, why are we complaining about stuff like that? That's what I be talking about energy and what you spend your time worrying about and what you spend your time focused on. Speaking back to the number situation, when I'm always saying the numbers are a tool. Same thing with the scale. The scale is the devil. You use the scale as a tool, but if the scale gets a line on you, you don't jump out of the window. What you do instead is get you a measuring tape, start doing weekly measurements of your waist. Take pictures of yourself so that you have that and the scale. So same with YouTube. Yes, you have those numbers. You put a video out, it only does 30 views, okay? But break that down. First, 30 views. So that means you probably have a core audience of about 30 people. Let's take those 30 people and put them in a room. If you had 30 people standing in your living room right now, would you be chilling, or would you feel overwhelmed with that 30? I would be like, get out of my, like, that's a lot of people. 30 people in your living room, or 30 people in your office, wherever you film, standing there with you listening, like, girl. Yes. Like 30 people watched. Right? Okay. That helps you keep going if you think like that. If you're looking at it and then you're comparing yourself to these big YouTubers that have all these crazy numbers, or you're comparing yourself to other people, then that 30, you're going to miss the fact that 30 people pulled up and watched your video. And that means now when you post your next one, you're talking to those 30 people. And if other people pull up to be nosy, great. If they don't, you still got your 30. Change the way you're thinking about it. Like, we get so frustrated when we don't see certain numbers, and people are telling you, well, if your video don't have 100 people watching, then what? Then just hang it up. No, I don't agree with that. I don't agree with that. I think do it anyway. Post the thing anyway. The people, you're trying to build an audience, and there's people that are watching. There are valuable people watching you already. So keep that value. Don't start talking that foolishness, talking about, oh, I only got 2 people in my live. That is wild disrespectful to the 2 people in your live. You. That's disrespectful. Whoever shows up, they showed up. Queen. Hey, Queen. My girl. She said, in between calls, here to support my sister Codes. I'm so happy that you were able to pull up. I know you're at work. I'm at work too, Jim. BMT says, I am Bangladeshi. Hi. I was born in London, but I live in the United States now. And yeah, here we are. Anthony said, listening and working. Oh, Mosin, long live NYPD. If you, okay. You know? That makes sense, Codes. Excellent point. I don't know if I'm caught up. Okay. I be hyped to see the 2 people, and they be in there too. You know who you are. Yes, I hope you have Zira. I hope that you and oh my God, Fabi. Hey girl. What's up, Fabi? Hope you have a good day. I hope that you have a great 100-day challenge. That's a long challenge, but you can definitely do it. You can definitely do it. Fabi in the building. In the building. So, you know, this YouTube life, I know we talk about YouTube a lot. We talk about it a lot. Yes, Fabi be like a select. Yeah, because Fabi done went incognito. She was like, I ain't messing with that no more. No. Tina said, I don't look at the numbers. I'm just glad the content is completed successfully. Yes. And that to me, in my opinion, guys, everybody's different. But that to me is how you stay consistent, and how you don't get burnout. You don't experience that burnout. Because that all of that focus and all of that hyper focus, people get crazy. And we've seen people get crazy on here. Like, they get crazy on this platform because of that. Like, all of this overstimulation. Like, just focus on what needs to get done. And that's the content, child. Everything else will come. Everything else will come. Fabulous, Fabi, Fab. Aww. We was talking about you yesterday, Fabi. Or was that Saturday? When Anthony, you did your interview with Stash on Saturday, I think it was. We was talking about you, Fabby. We were like, we met Anthony through Fabby. Danielle said, I am about to fast from looking at watch hours for a few weeks. I am just going to trust God and keep doing what I know to do. So, okay, if that works for you, Danielle, because it maybe if you looking at them, maybe that does that trigger you when you look at your watch hours? Because I'm not saying don't look at the numbers at all, but how can I say it in a different way? Because I feel like I'm just going to repeat what I just said. Okay, so I'll tell you what I do. Maybe that will help. So I'll look at my studio, right? I can't see watch hours anymore. Once you become monetized, that goes away. Like you don't see like how many watch hours you have or how many watch hours you got. You all the only thing it shows you is how much money you made. Like it'll show. Do I have it on here? I don't want to. I don't want y'all all in my business. I don't know if. Let me see if I can show y'all something without showing you all everything. Let me see how it looks first before I share. Because you have to be careful, guys. Like what you're sharing on your. Oh my gosh. Look at my subscriber count. Can y'all see that? 1807. I'm really getting close to 2K. Whoa. See, it's fun. Like when you look every once in a while, then you see something like that, you're like, yeah, dear. Okay. So, I mean, well, it tells me like this, like what my watch time is right now, like how many hours I have for the last 28 days. But it doesn't show me like daily watch hours. But for the past month, I have 354 watch hours, right? For the past 7 days, okay, I have 105 watch hours. But I don't be seeing this like this. Okay. Ooh, look at these lives. You guys be watching. So, yeah, so you can see it here, like your watch hours are like that. But on the main page, all it shows is this. Like I don't have, it shows me like how many, oh, you can't see me. It shows how many subscribers I have or have gained. It shows you like your money like for the last 7 days. It shows you that. That's it. Or the last, when did they stop? This. But you don't see like, you know how like when you're going up to 4,000 subscribers, it shows you how close you are. I mean, 4,000 watch hours. It shows you how close you are to your 4,000 watch hours. But after you're monetized, you don't have that scale anymore. Yes, guys, come on, get those like the likes are going up, guys. I'm at 27 likes. Wow, if you guys feel like it, please hit or does feel like checking, please double tap the screen if you haven't already. Thank you, Tina. That's dope though, like when you think about it like that they stopped doing that. So all you see is like how much money you're making, but they do tell you how many watch hours each video gets. So you can look at that. I know a lot of people are worried about once they're monetized, always making that 4,000 watch hours. I'm not quite sure if that is exactly how it goes though. Like if it's like you start from 0 and you have to make 4,000 watch hours over the course of 365 days. I don't think it goes that way. I think you have to maintain. So you're at the 4,000 and then you're kind of just in like a maintenance. of maintaining 4,000 or more watch hours. Does that make sense? Yes, right. Like maintaining the watch hours, not necessarily like starting from scratch. Now you're monetized. You start from scratch and you have to get 4,000. It's not like that. It's just like a maintenance of it. So basically, guys, keep it going. That's my motivation for the day. Keep it going. And when you feel like a slump, it's okay to take, like right now I'm taking a break. You're like, a break? Yeah, I'm taking a break. Like I'm not worried. I'm not worrying about my vlogs, like doing my daily vlogs right now. Like if I feel like putting out a vlog, I will. I'm going to maintain doing my lives because this is a break for me. But this is how I break, but still stay consistent and still show up. I go live because a live to me, except for the live I did with Joe's sleep, sleep and slim down journey. I don't know why I don't do well with long words, child. But anyway, long titles, like I mix it up in my head. Like I want to say slim down and sleep journey, but it's sleep and slim down journey. So with her, when I do those types of lives and I do like interview style, I like for the my interviews to feel like a conversation between two friends, not just so. Why did you start your YouTube? I started my YouTube because da 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 da. Next question. Da, da, da. But if that works, like for some people that works well, but I like mine to seem more like a conversation and like just flowing with it kind of vibes. But that requires a lot of back work to get there, to be able to make it look as effortless as it is, and you have to be prepared, you know. So anyway, when I do those types of content, that takes a little bit longer. But going live every day, the way that I prepare for that, that took 46 years of preparation. This is completely me talking to you, and that is it. Tina said that is not easy. It is not. Like making a interview sound like or feel like a conversation, or so I like to, when I'm getting a guest, when I have a guest, there's one guest I'm still waiting on her to be ready to come back to do a interview with me. And I like to showcase, I mean, not no offense against all of our beautiful Are You Locked In community members. But you know, we have quite a few within our network of people that do interviews with the Are You Locked In core community, right? So I like to just interview anyone on YouTube that that resonates with me in some kind of way, that I caught a vibe from them, or they're telling me something that, or they have a story that I want everybody to hear. And that could be someone that is actively doing content or not. There's someone else I'm really trying to get to, but I don't right now. She might be going through some stuff, so she's not really focused on this right now. But once she is, that interview, whoo, get ready. But because I did it with I did an interview with Coach Sherry. Some of y'all probably didn't meet her, but Coach Sherry is like super dope. Like she's real dope in real life. Okay. And I think she was the first interview I did. And I really enjoyed that. Or I like to do panels too, but have like specific things to talk about. Those, I like doing those, but those require a lot of work. So for me to showing up like this, like doing my lives, this is just, I've gotten comfortable enough doing lives where I'm able to just do the live, not have a topic when I start. If If no one shows up, I can still carry a conversation because I'll just talk about something that happened to me or some kind of advice or some kind of topic. I can think of that kind of stuff on the fly. And I guess that's a skill too, right? Being able to do impromptu lives, child. That's a skill too. I have to get. Hold on, y'all. Hold on. I'm gonna end the live in a little bit. I thank all of you guys for still being here. We have 10 people still active in the live. I appreciate y'all so much. And I want you guys to like, think about like, what are your gifts? Like, what are the things that you bring to the table? Like, what are the things that you think about, that you want to share with others? Like, what do you think? I appreciate y'all. Like, even you in the background listening. Like, think about that. Think about, what are your gifts? What is your purpose? What the hell are you here for? Like, for real. Think about that. And then if you can jot down 3 things, then that's your content. Yay! That's your content. Like, the things that you're most passionate about, the things that you really enjoy talking about, and when people are talking about it on YouTube, if you find them. Oh, you're still here? Zira. You real like you met me on one of my lives and you keep coming back. That warms my heart. When I see people that was scrolling and found me and come back when I go live again, dope. Like, that's what I love about YouTube. Listening with one ear. Yo, Anthony. Yo, Anthony, you making me want to play your song. We gotta play it, guys. And then I'm gonna go, unfortunately, darlings. Corey! Hey, Corey! Tina said, the one thing I'm most passionate about is the thing I'm most intimidated by: vulnerability and transparency. But those are the things that's going to do it, because you're going to motivate and you're going to inspire by being as vulnerable and transparent as possible. And once you get to that place where you're not, you strip away all of the pretense, you strip that away, and you stop really, not so much not caring what people think, but you don't allow what people think about you. You don't allow that to stop you from being your authentic self. Once you get there, and you can stay, look into the camera and not worry about, oh God, so and so's gonna think I'm crazy, or so and so's gonna think this, or so and so, and you just can speak in your truth and stand in your truth. Even no, you know what? You doesn't even have to be looking in the camera, because honestly, I think you can convey the same things even if you have a faceless channel. And Tina, you have a faceless channel, so you can convey the same thing. It's really about confidence, like having confidence in yourself. Like, even through the negativity, like when you have times when you feel like a lot of people are coming for you, come for me, sis. I don't care. Like, come on. You know what I'm going to invite you to do? If you really got beef with me, just come work out with me real quick. We'll take it out on the gym floor. Okay? Oh, yes, Anthony. Oh, my God, Anthony. You was showing out with them songs, child. I was like, listen to Anthony. Hold on. Ew, I just did the ghetto girl thing. But that's it, Tina. Like, vulnerability and transparency, like real vulnerable, like being vulnerable, letting people know what it is. and being willing to be transparent without apologies. Like you are who you are, you know? It's dope. I mean, that's so dope to me. Like, when you can just be who you are, man, and not care what people think. And not need that's probably a better answer. You gotta do the smack it. Yo. My girl T, yo, you listen. I'm not, you know what things I'm not good at on here? Like, and that I like what other people do, but I don't do that on my channel. And it's not a slight to anyone. I hope people don't think that. A lot of times people, like when people send super chats, or when people like they like list their supporters, people that really show up for their channel, and they like say thank you and stuff. I'm not good at doing that like on my community post. But I appreciate the heck out of my people that be showing up to these lives for real and be sticking it out with me even when I start rambling and stuff. Y'all is dope. Y'all want to hear the song Anthony made for me? He made two, but this is the vibe I'm feeling today. And this is what class gonna be like tonight. And I can play the whole thing.
Coach Mean Ring.
How you doing?
Coach Mean.
Don't this sound like we fighting?
She's Coach Mean.
Put them hands up. Come on.
Yeah, she's Coach Mean Ring.
Yes, Corey. Everywhere I go on YouTube, you there too. Can y'all hear it clearly? Does it sound distorted? Hey, Trish.
It's on the scene. She's about positive things, exercising and vibing, always smiling. A strong lady sister is when it comes to health. She's a wheel.
It's my favorite part right here. Remember the name.
Coach Mean Ring.
Who?
She's Coach Mean Ring.
Huh?
Yeah, she's Coach Mean Ring. So her name is Mean Ring.
Okay.
Coach Mean Ring. She's Coach Mean.
You sound like a song that you do push-ups to.
She's Coach Mean Ring.
Hey! And Trish, you see who here? Fabby. You see Fabby? You see our girl Fabby? All right, I'm gonna play the other one now. I love this one too. This is like the cool out vibe, but we not chilling today. We showed up with violence. Now I love this one too. I play both of them all the time. I'm telling you guys right now, why is it that the day goes by so fast when I'm working from home? I mean, it is 2:42 right now already. But when I'm in the office, I stare at the wall and it's 9 o'clock. I stare at the wall some more and it's 9:01. Time does not move when I'm in the office. Why is that? All right, guys, I gotta go. I want to play this other song, but it's taking a while, if you can see here, to upload for whatever reason. I thought I had these uploaded to this iPad. Let's see. Here we go. Okay.
Hey yo, it's time to get going. Coach Mean Ring, how you doing?
Fabby, it's so good to see you, Fabby.
Coach Mean Ring.
I don't want to go in there tomorrow. They gonna have the elevator shut down. Thank you for being here, T. I'm about to end anyway after I play this song. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you. See you next time.
When Coach Miri is on the scene, she's about positive things, exercising and vibing. Always smiling, a strong lady, the sister is. When it comes to health, she's a whiz. So when you want to sneaky, remember the name. Coach Miri. Coach Miri. She's Coach Miri.
Bye.
She's a coach and she
Hey, Capita. What's up? Thank you, T. I love this part. It's like me riding to the gym, getting ready to get there and get everybody once we get there. This is the ride out song to the gym. Ooh, 30 likes, guys. I wish I could stay on here for the rest of the day, but unfortunately, I can't. I have to lock in with something real quick. Like, sometimes I can talk and work at the same time, but then other times I need to like read something and I'm gonna need to focus on that. But I'm appreciative of everybody that is showing up, and I'm at 31 likes already. I truly appreciate you guys. Queen said, I woke up, Coach, singing your song, LOL, so I went and did one of your workouts instead of what? Yes, Queen. Yes. Anthony said, I was supposed to talk about music equipment and stuff with Stats, but we didn't talk about one piece of equipment. Lord. But y'all interview was so good. Like, it was really good. And I liked when you guys were swapping music. I thought that was cool. Y'all should do that again and play some more songs. Capital says, Coach, I seen you getting it in on your workout plan. Yeah, I really wish, guys, that I was able to... I mean, you know what? I know I do have something coming up soon as far as allowing people to access my workout classes. But that's going to require people to tap in a certain way. But I'll give more information about that in a little bit. I'm always trying to think of like creative ways. Because guys, my one of my objectives is I want people to take my classes. Like, you want to, yeah. The workouts are fire. And it's another way for me to connect with my, with people that tune in, to the supporters, with my, I don't know, I call y'all my committee for sure. And y'all can meet me in the gym for sure. Yeah. I was going to say something else, but I'm like, girl, you thinking too much. I think that's an Aquarius trait. We overthink things, or we start thinking too deeply at stuff. Woo! You don't want to live in here, child. You want to be tired? Live in here. Thank you. Oh, T probably gone now, but she said, I think both songs are good songs. Thank you. Thank Anthony. Anthony did them, child. He is awesome. Happy! You know how in Color Purple, when she was like, Nettie! She was like, silly. In the first one, not that second one. Not that second one, because the end was terrible in the second one. I was like, what is this? It was terrible. But the first one, Nettie! That's when I say your name. That's how I say your name, Epi. Epi! I see 32. You see 32 likes? Wow, that's dope. Anthony said Aquarius. I know Corey likes that word. Aquarians are like the most fire sign in the whole. Listen, Coach, I do that with you and Naima. Oh, you do. Oh, my girl. Hi, um, Aquarians are fire. Like, if you don't know Aquarians in real life, then like, what are you even doing? Like, what are you? My sister. Oh my gosh. Ah, it's on my phone. How can I bring it out? Y'all have got to see this. Wait, is this thing dying? Are you dying? All right, one more thing before I go, and my iPad is gonna die on me because I didn't charge it at all today, and it's at 14%. But I would like to show you guys this. Hopefully, I could pull it up on my iPad. It's funny about the you probably seen it before. Maybe some of you have seen this. It's a funny thing about oh come on, about zodiac signs. And the one for Aquarius is hilarious. So, is Corey still here? I gotta find it first, though. I think my sister sent it to me a while back, and she was cracking up. She was like, "Look at Aquarius," but it was mad funny. It was funny. Oh yeah, here we go, right here. See, look, the devil want me to show it a little something else. Okay, you ready for the Aquarius house? Look at this, Corey. Did you see this before? Did I show y'all this before? I don't know if I did. Look at this. Do you see the Aquarius house? They said we the Mad Hatter and we live in the upside down house. But you see how the doors are facing the right way though? This is the Aquarian mind. We don't think like everybody else, but we end up with the same, but we still got a house. You see? Y'all want to see your sign? If you want to see your sign, just put your sign in the chat and I'll show you. Hurry up, guys. I got to get off of here. Corey ain't going nowhere if Aquarius is being Corey, what you think about the house? What you think? They said this is where Aquarians live. In the upside down house. You want to see Scorpio? Look, Anthony. They said y'all live by the graveyard in the scary house. Right, Corey, me too. I was cracking up when she said, she was like, look at Aquarius. This is my sister. Look at Aquarius. And I was like, that is so accurate though. What was the next one? Capricorn. Okay, Capricorn. Yep, accurate. Okay, Capricorn. The Aquarians live in the upside down house. I think that is so funny. Anyone else want to know their sign? Yes, that's you, Fabi, for sure. That you live in the castle with the cat, and you need the castle Wi-Fi. Did you get the cat? Oh, okay, Trish. The Leo. This okay. Get ready, because I was like, for sure, Leo. This is Leo. You ready, Trish? Accurate. Accurate. Aries. Oh, I hope nope. Oh my Lord. Epi. You ready? See, that's perfect, Fabi. You see that? Like you go from your castle to their mini estate over there. What's up, Jason? How are you, friend? Okay, Epi. I didn't listen. You ready, Epi? Ooh, Epi. They clowning you. They said Epi belongs behind the 8 ball over there. I don't even want to say the other word. Anybody a Virgo? Yes, jail. She said, look, Effie said, I know why too, because listen, don't play with me. That's right. Every Aries I showed it, they laughed because they was like, you know what? That's accurate because if you don't play with me. Like one of my very dear clients turned into friends, turned into family. She's an Aries, and do not play with her or anybody she loves because she don't have a switch off. Okay? There's no that you can't calm that down once it's activated. Where any Virgos in the house? Virgo. Don't we have some Virgos? I don't think they're here right now. But Virgo. Matter of fact, I'm gonna show y'all all of them. I think Aquarius is hilarious. Like, what? Like, why is the house upside down? What's May? Oh, you a Taurus. Taurus. My sister's a Taurus, and she was very pleased with her little house. And I was like, this is so Taurus with all these goddamn windows, so y'all could watch everybody. This is a Taurian's home. Look at all them windows, because they be peeking out like this. What's they doing over there? Oh, no. Okay, Zira, I didn't do it, okay? There was certain signs that they was mad disrespectful to, and Gemini was one of them. You ready? Gemini. My husband's a Gemini. Danielle, you still? I don't know if Danielle's still here because I've been on for a while. But this is Gemini. Ain't that a? That's right. I do look at my windows all day, making sure nobody walking up. Yo, Jason, that I'm telling. My mom and my sister are both Taurians, and that's how I know. I was like, all those windows are perfect because y'all stay looking out the window. Y'all stay looking out the. Oh, BD, you okay? So what we're doing, BD, is I was telling them about how Aquarians think like differently than everybody else, and then it reminded me of this post. So this post is the house that your sign would live in. Okay, so I show them Aquarius first. So the Aquarians live in the upside down house, but this makes sense to us. This upside down house makes sense to an Aquarius, and on top of that, ain't nobody coming over to the upside down house, so we have our solitude. Amen. Hallelujah. Okay. Zero, that unfortunately they saying Geminis are crazy and they live in the trap house. That's what they the upside down house from Stranger, that is an Aquarius. Oh yes, don't F with us. On a different level. You understand? Okay, so Leo, this is so Leo that I don't even know what to do with my life. Leos. Okay? I'm surprised there's not a damn... You know what there should be up top here? There should be a pool on the roof. That would be perfect. That would top off everything. There should be a pool right there. Even though there's the ocean right here, a Leo would have a pool overlooking the ocean. It's probably... You probably can't see it. Leo. So they saying Scorpios ain't afraid of shit. That's what they saying, Anthony. They said a Scorpio would be at peace living in the haunted house in front of the cemetery. Yes, Trish said we want both. Yes, we want both. Cake and eat its egg. Listen, some of the people that I'm really, really close to are Leos, and it's so funny. Y'all, Leos are Leos for real. Like, y'all really are. And it's so funny. Nice house. I need more grass so I can go outside and cut it. What's your Taurus house? I think Virgo is funny. I was gonna show y'all all of them real quick. So we saw Aquarius, we saw Capricorn, but let me just go down the list so y'all can see all of them. So this is the Capricorn house, which, yes. Sagittarius, they said you're behind, live out of the trunk of you made a mini house out of your van. Scorpios are not scared of the dark, and they're also not scared of haunted houses. Libras live in the brightest house on the block with this matching car, and Virgos live inside of an insane asylum with padded walls and a very, yes. Next, Leo. I mean, God, this is the accurate depiction. Cancer. Why they got y'all in a trailer home? I don't get that one. Gemini. Why they got the Geminis in the trap house? And Taurus. This is so perfect for Taurus. So perfect for Taurus. This is so perfect. Right. BD said Capricorn's got the house from the Get Out movie. And Aries, yo. This one right here telling you right now, if you're going to mess with any sign, don't pick Aries. Don't pick Scorpio. No. Don't pick Virgo. You see where they live at. Okay? Don't pick Virgo. Libra, I don't know. I don't know. That looked like the Hansel and Gretel house. No, matter of fact, I ain't show y'all one. There's really one that looks like the Hansel and Gretel house. Scorpio, don't mess with Scorpio. Because you see where they live at. All they gotta do is bury you right there. You see right there? You mess with Scorpios, you going right there. And I forgot to show y'all one. Now this, Pisces, this is the real Hansel and Gretel house. I don't get this one either. But they said Pisces, they live here in the Hansel and Gretel house. I don't get that one. This is so Aquarius. Like, I thought that was hilarious. Like, oh my God. Capricorn. Yeah, that's definitely Capricorn. Except the only thing is, like, I feel like for Capricorn for real, the hedges should be perfectly hedged. Sagittarius, why y'all in your van though? So these are the signs not to F with. Okay? Let's look at the pictures. Pisces, Aquarius. Yeah, you could come in there if you want, but you might get turned upside down. You understand what I'm saying? All right. You see Scorpio? I told you what's gonna happen if you mess with a Scorpio. They gonna bury you right there. You see that? You see over there? See under the tree? Libra, I don't know. They might color you or something. I don't know. Virgo. Look at that. They gonna put you in the bed right next to them. Leo. They too busy. They ain't got time. They ain't not even. Cancer. No, Gemini. Gemini, Aries. These are the two to really not mess with. Gemini and Aries. Anthony said, I agree with the house for me. Yeah. Listen, Anthony, I know how Scorpios give it up, right? Y'all don't play around. And if you mess with a Scorpio, you see where they at, right? They got the perfect place to make you disappear. Scorpio got that house you see in all of those Tubi movies with a couple that involves either spouse having a fatal affair. Yes. And that's a Scorpio would get involved in a fatal affair, child. Let me tell you something. Don't mess with them Scorpios, please. But when I talk about like zodiac stuff, it's always like just in fun, guys. I'm not talking about it like I completely agree. I do think that people that are of the same zodiac share similar traits in certain ways. It may show up differently depending on the person because each person is an individual. But there's like overall themes that you can kind of relate to based on your time that you were born or whatever it is. But I'm not one of those that go off on the moons and the stars and all of that. Like I'm not that deep into it. Um, I listen to some of that sometimes, but I'm not really that deep into it. I just find stuff like this hilarious because it's accurate. And my sister always said that about me. She was like, "You are weird," and I am not weird. Yes, I am. I'm a little bit weird. You out, babe? All right, babe. Have a good day. How you do that? He said. All right, guys. All right, I'm going. Yeah, zodiac stuff is interesting. It's very interesting and it's fun. It's funny. Um, and there's certain truth to it. Like there's certain ways that people are depending on their sign. I think. If you don't agree, it's okay. You don't have to. We don't have to agree. And you know what, guys? I didn't speak about this when it happened. And I cannot remember the guy. To be honest with you, I didn't even know who it was. Because I don't follow politics like that. But the man that was assassinated the other day, something Kirk. What was his first name? How you still here? Listen. Yes, right, Corey. Personality traits. How are you? Because I get to work from home today, so it's a lot easier for me to stay live longer and still work as I'm doing this. And I think I'm gonna stay home tomorrow too because I have to take Friday off. So I'll go into the office some other days or I don't know yet. I don't know what I'm gonna do with that. But Charlie Kirk, that's his name. Let me Google. I just want to make sure I'm saying his name correctly. But you know, like, so I am gonna say this. I'm speaking straight from my. She said I done left and came back, and I was talking about you, Danielle. So I don't Oh, you're a Gemini, Danielle. You got to see this real quick. I know you're not really into the zodiac, but you identify based on. So we were looking at the houses that each sign lives in, and real quick, then I'm going to talk about. I'm jumping all over the place, but you know what I mean. So Danielle, they said you live in this house. They said Geminis live in this house. Why they put you in a trap house, Danielle? Is this something we need to know? Huh? They said Gemini's living there. Huh? Well, let me show you, Danielle, because you weren't here. This is the Aquarius house. Okay? So me and Corey, we live here. Right, I think that's what it kind of means, that you guys are hustlers and you get it anywhere, it don't matter. I think that's what it means. My husband thought it was funny. He cracked up when he saw it. Because he's a Gemini. Child, y'all crazy as hell. The upside down house. Yes, Danielle's a Gemini. She part of the evil twin gang. You know what it is with Geminis? Well, my Gemini that I get to observe on a daily basis, they're not evil. They're not evil twin souls like that, but they have a switch that gets turned, and it can get turned for whatever reason. So they have like Dr. Jekyll and Mrs. Hyde or Mr. Hyde, and their elixir is whatever it is. So once you get to that other side, I feel sorry for you. Oh, okay. Okay. You don't want to be over there. You want to stay on the good side of Gemini. But they are very loyal people. They got your back, and they get angry because they are so loyal and they don't understand why everybody's not loyal like that. Because that's, I think that's what does it. That, now that as I'm talking it out, that's what does it for Geminis. Because they're so loyal, like maybe more loyal than a lot of other people are, like to a fault loyal. Once they feel like they've been disrespected because of not receiving what they've given, boom, you it's over. Because they're so loyal, because they wait their turn, because, and then you had the audacity to cross me. That's a, ooh, ooh. And that's what I say, like when my husband, like when anything happens, like, ooh, you gonna get it now. Okay, hold on. What was I doing? Oh, cart. This is my life, guys. I told you I come on this platform just like me. This is what I do. I'll be like, what am I doing? Who am I Googling? Charlie Kirk. So I did not know. I'm being really honest, and I know some of y'all some of y'all like we're talking about Charlie Kirk, or I saw it a lot on social media and stuff, and I was like, I don't even know who that is. And I'm like, damn, am I getting that old? I don't even know who that is. So I started looking. This is what I do. I started to research who this person is. First of all, he was 31 years old, and he's a right-wing political activist and media personality. And when he passed, he was unfortunately unalived in a violent way not too long ago. And I saw what initially made me start to hone in on this story. I'm sorry, Queen. I don't know. Maybe because you guys are able to adapt into any situation, so you would have a mobile home because you can move around. I didn't get that. I didn't get that. Because I feel like Cancers would have like a stable, rooted home because you guys like feel so deeply. That's what I would think. So Charlie Kirk. What I initially saw was everybody going in on him and celebrating his unfortunate demise. I can't get with that, y'all. I cannot. I'm not the type of person that praises or stomps on the grave of someone. I can't stomp on their grave. Did he say things that on the surface, like the clip of him saying something, definitely is jarring, some of the things that he said. But when you listen to entire speeches with the soundbite of what he said, it makes more sense. He had a fully formed thought. Charlie Kirk he's a political activist, and he was unalived while he was doing a speech or a public appearance the other day, maybe last week. I don't remember when this happened, but I've been seeing on. Oh, he was very tall too. He was 6'5". People were cheering when he died. He died on September 10th. I get that we don't agree with how people he was a Caucasian of descent. And he spoke he's a Republican. I think he's into the guy that's the president right now. I think so. But I've been listening to some of his speeches, and I was like, okay, I see where this is going. Some of the things that he said could be polarizing. But I've said in another live, I'm a firm believer that people have the right to their opinion. People, I'll repeat that because I think that gets misconstrued. When I say that someone has the right to their opinion, I am not saying that I will agree with their opinion. I will not say that I I think that they should act out whatever that opinion is. I'm not saying any of that. All I'm saying is people have the right to think what the heck they want to think. And that's it. People have the right to, oh, happy birthday to your daughter and to Fabi's husband. What sign is that? Is that Libra or Virgo? That's it. I just think people have the right to think what they want to think. I, I'm not saying that they should think that. I'm not saying that I agree with what they think, but I strongly believe that everyone has the right to their opinion. Some opinions are very vile and disgusting. Some opinions are very ignorant, but I am not going to I just think that. I just think that people have the right to think what they want to think. Isn't that the American way? We do not live in a dictatorship. People have the right to think how they want. People have the right to free speech. So you can think what you want. I think what happens is when the thinking turns violent. Child. Um yeah, you see, I see why I don't know. You know, I don't rock with the news. Yeah, me, I didn't know what was going on until I started seeing it on my YouTube timeline. There's a few channels I follow that are like podcasty type channels, and they were talking about this topic. And once you click on one of those videos, then it shows you other people talking about the same topic. So that's how I found out what was happening because I didn't know. But there was someone that did like a think piece video, and they were talking about why some people are celebrating his death, and I was like, celebrating his death? Isn't that a bit much? Danielle said, a man lost his life. I can't understand people cheering that. I don't care what he said out his mouth. Murder is not okay. Bingo! It's not okay. It's not okay to cheer for that. And some people, I understand why people become upset when someone talks the way that they speak and they say things that are hurtful and they say things that aren't true. But at the same time, it's, in my opinion, it's good to listen to people that don't believe and don't see the world as you see it, because that exists as well. That everybody doesn't think the same way. And I was listening to one of the speeches he said, and he didn't have a terrible argument. I mean, he's missing the nuance of it, but he was talking about the lack of black fathers in the black homes. And he's speaking from an outside person who doesn't really understand that there are more black fathers that are present than not. However, when you do a global assessment of the amount of black households that have a mother and father as opposed to other households that have a mother and father, the black household has significantly less homes that have both mother and father in the home. So yes, but the reason and how we got to the place that we're at now is due to a lot of factors, and one of them is systematic racism. A lot of different factors, but that's one of them, and probably one of the major ones. Virgos. Oh, you see where y'all live at in that insane asylum? Is that true? Is that an accurate depiction, Fabi? A Virgo in an insane asylum? Queen said, I am going to pull a Supreme. I want to ask a question. Yes. Ask your question, Queen. Kendi said injustice anywhere is a threat to justice everywhere. Hi, Kendi K. All day. Kendi says injustice anywhere is a threat to justice everywhere. Exactly. No sound? Uh oh. Queen said, so it's not okay for someone to celebrate someone's death and be glad that they're gone no matter what the circumstances are. Celebrate someone's death and be glad they're gone no matter what the circumstances are. Celebrate their death. I can't do it. But what do you get in that, Queen? I don't. Again, I'm going to reiterate what I said. I respect. I think everyone has the right to their opinion. So if someone thought that they, they should celebrate someone when they die, then I can't stop you from feeling that way. But I just think that celebrating someone's death is nuts. Because honestly, like, depending on how you look at death, like, the people that, well, anyway, what I know about death is the people that are left behind are the people that suffer. The person that you've unalived is gone. The people left behind, the wife, the children, the X, the Y, the Z, they the ones that have to suffer. So I never understood the concept of taking people out. You're not hurting them per se. I mean, I don't know. Now I'm thinking too deep. I'm doing the Aquarius thing in the upside down house. I really have to go in a few minutes, guys. Jason said, I'm back. What do you think, guys? I really would like to know. No one should die based off of their opinion. Trust and believe I didn't rock with Kirk. And the thing is, with Kirk, with Mr. Kirk, is fortunately or unfortunately, when you try to silence such a powerful voice, the only thing you do is turn them into a martyr. So what they believed in, the things that they said, now they're going to be even more magnified. Just think about it. Think about Malcolm X. They tried to silence him, but instead what you do is you spark more interest, and now his words live in infamy, as opposed to what you were trying to do, which is silence them, which is, it's like a really juvenile thing. Like, I don't believe what you believe, so you need to go. Like, be an adult and understand that you're not going to agree with everyone, and some people are going to have very different opinions about things that you do, extremely different, but they are an adult too, or they're human too, and they have a right to their thinking, and how they think was shaped by the way that they were raised, the experiences that they've had, and that is going to be completely different than yours. And that's supposed to be the beauty of America, where people can have a difference of opinion, but learn to respect each other's difference of opinion. So, Candy K said that part, Ryan. This is America. No one should be okay with someone losing their life for observing their First Amendment freedoms. And that is the part. Like, you know how, like, some people wave the American flag and they're like, oh, America this, America that. If you truly believe in the American ideal, then the First Amendment is freedom of speech. Hello. People can say what the hell they want to say out their mouth. They can say it. And you don't have to agree. But if you want to live harmoniously in this country, like learn to learning the art of agreeing to disagree. It's a game changer. Like we don't see eye to eye here. I respect your opinion and you respect mine. Wow. Let's move on. Let's go get some tea. Like everybody don't have to agree. So if someone was to die who was a horrific person who did horrific things to people, if they were to die, whether it be that they were unalived or natural causes. So, so if someone was to die who was, then there, if someone passes that was a horrific person, some people think, but it depends on who you ask, right? Because some people think Malcolm X was a horrific person. They think he was a demagogue. So it depends on who you ask too, right? I think this guy is not a special person. More than 100 people die from guns every day in the United States. He was not special. It's not. I think it's also the manner in which it happened, and also because you know how it is with celebrities or so-called celebrities. People, someone with notoriety dying in that fashion, of course, it's going to be front page news. Oh, really? The unaliver was 22. He ruined his own life and the childhood of Kirk's children and gave absolutely nothing. It's a sad situation. Gun violence is a sad situation. You know, like Anthony said. All right, guys, I've got to go. And so sorry I'm not able to finish the comments. But if anybody else wants to start another live and continue the conversation, please feel free. I have to end the live now, though, guys. Thank you guys for being here, and I'll catch you on the next one. Bye, guys. Bye.